Hey guys, it's Mark, and I am the part-time British guy, or PTBG as some people are starting to call it. First of all, happy Christmas to everybody. And being that it's Christmas, I got a bit of inspiration from a friend of mine, and I'd like to be able to do kind of like a poll. I need to know who actually played the best Scrooge in the various movies of A Christmas Carol, Charles Dickens' version of A Christmas Carol. So these are some of the ones that I've seen. If you know of any others, by all means, feel free to list them. But let's go through what I remember. Okay? All right, Albert Finney, I believe was his name, played Scrooge in the 1970s adaptation of Scrooge. And I was like 8 when this video came out, when this movie came out. And I remember seeing it in the theaters. And it was nice. It was a good Christmas story. It was great. It followed, Dickens' tale, wonderfully, but everybody has their own version, so this was kind of my first introduction to Ebenezer Scrooge. Guy Pearce, I have to admit, I did not see this video. He did A Christmas Carol in 2019, I believe. And I didn't see the movie, so I really can't comment of it, but I basically pulled up a link to kind of like the 10 best renowned people who played Scrooge. So, Guy Pearce. If you guys know him, by all means, leave a comment, let me know. Sir Patrick Stewart. Now, there was a Scrooge. He was a good Scrooge, I have to admit. The Christmas Carol, 1999. He played an Ebenezer Scrooge from the 1900s incredibly well. I don't want to say he immersed himself in the part, but I really got the sense that this was as close to, what Dickens had. Jim Carrey, A Christmas Carol. Again, this was another one like the previous one, which was Guy Pearce, I believe. This was done in 2009, and I did not see this movie either, so I honestly don't know how Jim Carrey's performance was. I know him in so many other movies. I know that he was a great physical comedian during like the 80s and 90s, so I'm assuming this was still very much a dramatic role. And I'm curious if anybody's ever seen it. If you have seen it, leave a comment, let me know. I'm just kind of curious as to what you guys think. Just from the picture alone, I am rather curious. Michael Caine, a Muppet Christmas Carol. Actually, I think it was called The Muppet Christmas Carol. This was done in 1992. I have the video downstairs, and I enjoyed it. I mean, there's hardly a Muppet movie that I didn't enjoy as a kid and as an adult. This was very fun-loving. Michael Caine still plays Scrooge very, very well. So, if you guys like him, by all means, leave a comment. Again, I'm going to kind of keep track. I'm really kind of curious as to who actually played Scrooge the best. Now this one I didn't see, and I really hope I can get a chance to see this one. Christopher Plummer, 2017, the man who invented Christmas. I have to admit, I love Christopher Plummer. I really, really do. I have not seen this movie. I really wish I did. I am a big, huge Christopher Plummer fan, and if you've seen this movie, please let me know. Mark, get the movie. Mark, check it out. Mark, go on YouTube. I'm really curious as to what Christopher Plummer was as Ebenezer Scrooge. I'm really, really curious. Okay, this one I have not seen, and probably a lot of people have not seen. Okay, Seymour Hicks, 1935 Scrooge. Obviously, this guy was probably the first person in cinema to play Ebenezer Scrooge. So, just the look alone This gentleman got into the part. This gentleman alone, just by the look, that sneer. If you've seen it, I applaud you. Scrooge McDuck, Mickey's Christmas Carol, 1983. Okay, I have to admit I did not see it, but I've heard a lot about it. Scrooge McDuck is clearly a good Ebenezer Scrooge. From what I understand, the character is very, very much Benny Pincher. And it was one of the better Christmas movies that Disney ever did. So, Scrooge McDuck, let me know. I mean, come on, it's a top 10, so who do you think did the best? I mean, why wouldn't it go to a duck? And finally, George C. Scott, A Christmas Carol, 1984. I have to admit, this is my personal favorite. I've always been a fan of George C. Scott. I've seen a lot of his movies, including Patton, The Day of the Dolphin. He even did an Exorcist movie way back when. I think it was like Exorcist 3 or something like that, and he played a detective, I believe. So, I enjoyed his performance. I liked it. My own personal favorite, I have to admit. But there you have it. There are our 10 contestants who actually played the best Scrooge. Now, are there more? Probably good possibility. But these are my 10. Of these 10, who played the best Scrooge? You let me know. Leave a comment below. I'm Mark Stise. Thanks for watching the video.